Whoa, I didn't know you could do that with your hands. That's pretty sick. This tire's supposed to be on the rim, not off the rim. Tire Doctor disapproves. But you know what I do approve of? Subscribing to the Tire Doctor. That's me.
Who else would it be?
What are you guys doing up there? The tire nurse does have a point. Who else would it be? But in all seriousness, do you think I could get a nice Christmas present and have 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year? Winter's just around the corner, and I'm gonna give you guys a little PSA here. If you're changing your spares, it's actually not a winter tire. So you gotta make sure that you change that spare tire as fast as possible, because it's actually more dangerous to go on a summer tire with 3 winter tires than it is to have all 4 summers. Be safe out there, guys. Zambonis have tires? They sure do, but they usually don't run out of tread. It's usually the studs that start leaking. Come on, you're a tire guy, not a plumber. This is by far the coolest thing about my job, is it literally takes me anywhere you can think of. If it has tires, just know I'll probably be there. If you've ever wanted to buy a bead bazooka, check the comments for a surprise. That's fine. That'll hold. How in the world am I gonna get this tire to take air? I mean, I could use fire, but it's kinda illegal. I have just the idea. Gaither Tools came out with the 2nd generation bead bazooka, but I guess you could be the judge. Do you think it works? That doesn't look good. I wonder if it has... Oh my god, it still has air. I better take that out before it explodes. Alright, let's see how big this piece of metal is. Wow. That's a pretty big piece of metal. What do you think? I think a plug will fix this. Let's find out. Oh yeah, that works. Spray it with some soap, and it looks like it's holding pretty well. This steer tire needs some tender love and care, and by that I mean to throw it in the garbage. Back at it again with the bar tricks. Replacing truck tires is a heck of a lot easier than doing construction units, that's for sure. But let's be real, the big tire content is much better. Buy my merch, yo! Man, that guy had a great suggestion. Honestly, didn't even know he had merch. Oh yeah, I'm pretty fast. Whatever makes you feel better about yourself, Tire Doctor. Great job. Now how are you supposed to get air into it? I have an idea. How about a bead bazooka? Into the underground we go. Air tires, come on, these should be solids. Time to roll it back out. Man, this is exhausting. But that's alright, this job pays a little bit extra for my time. Looks like they drove it flat. The cords are showing on the sidewall. Oh no, not the knees, come on, please. Looks like the rim was all banged up. Let me just bang it to unbang it. And just like that, they got a nice new tire to destroy once again, until they get solids. Hey look, the Tire Doctor's here. Sup? Aw crap, what did they do this time? Not another one. Whoa, looks like somebody got a haircut. You should probably start doing your job, since that's technically why you're here. Too easy, where's the challenge? You want a challenge? I'll give you a challenge, said the tire. That's what I'm talking about, challenge. One strong tire. There's no match for the Tire Doctor. No blaster needed this time. Until next time. Air tires on a demolition site, and don't forget that it's on the 2nd floor. That's it. Time to jack you up and take you off. You're coming with me, buddy. Holy, you're heavier than I thought you'd be. Alright, we made it to the truck. Let's find out what's wrong with this mother. Oh, looks like the tire got nailed. Nice. It's hammer time. Tire Doctor's favorite time of the day. But you know what he doesn't like? Fixing heavy tires. No, not a tube. You don't put a tube in a rear backhoe tire. Oh man. Time to put in a new valve stem. Roar. Tire Doctor's a dragon. Alright, time to get some air in this. Looks like we're gonna take out the big bead bazooka. That's fine. That'll hold. One thing that didn't hold is the air. I got called out to a zoo, which is perfect because I'm an animal. Please tell me this is just dirt and not rhino poop. Ew. As soon as I started grinding the rim with the Chicago Pneumatics grinder, it started to smell so bad. 7:30, time for a workout. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do this job in the winter. Oh wait, that is me. Crap. You make it look so easy. What's your secret? A heck of a lot of beer. Nice bum, where you from? Canada. How am I gonna get tire in this air? I love when customers blow tires on the highway. It's my favorite type of service call. My adrenaline starts pumping because I could get hit at any second. No, they didn't move over, no. Gotta go. Yeah, hell no, I'm not putting this chrome thing on the highway. You do it. I think I'm gonna have to put a tube in this tire because there's no way I'm getting tire in this air. But wait, what's that? That looks like a bead bazooka. There's no way that's gonna work. Oh my god, that's insane, but there's no way it's gonna do this side. This one's way worse. Let me fix up this rim first and... I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon. Let's see if this first tow truck can get me out. Now, I didn't catch this part on video because, well, my tripod fell over. He got about this far until his winch broke, so I guess I had to call another tow truck. After waiting about another hour, here comes the big boy.
Watch! Here, FaceTime me, you'll see him, so...
Yeah, whatever.
You don't believe me.
I FaceTimed one of the tow truckers because they watched my videos and didn't believe I was in the truck. And after all that, Andres Towing let me off with a warning and didn't charge me. What a great guy. How in the world did they get 3 nails in this tire? Looks like an easy plug job to me. You can't plug that. Oh, I guess I have to patch it. Good thing I brought my trusty tire buffer from Chicago Pneumatics. You can buy one on my Amazon storefront. Gotta love the smell of toxic patch glue. Top it off with a nice patch. Wanna be in a video? Say hi. Hi. Yes, split ring tires. I love to hate them. Small split rings, sure, but big ones, no thank you. With these, the hydraulic bead breaker is your best friend. And also make sure that you clean it up real nice so it's easier to take off next time. I didn't really make a lot of money on this one because my hydraulic breaker decided to, well, break. And we're back with bead breaking news. The tire doctor struggles to take a tire off. He must not be doing it right. Or it could be that it's a high ply tire, which means that it's harder to take off. Yeah, it's a 16 ply tire. It's not the worst, but when you're my weight, it could be easier. What? But the tire's not even that big. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good size. What are you talking about? Anyway, now it's time to use the walk technique to put the tire on. You know what time it is now if you follow me. It's Bead Bazooka time. Oh dear, how am I supposed to get this to take air? It even has a small valve stem. That's not gonna work. Looks like we gotta do the old switcheroo. Take the small valve stem out and put a bigger one in. Size really does matter with tires. Gotta make sure we put sealant in because these leak at the bead. Oh crap, someone's looking. Step 1. Three more to go. Time for round 2. That's what I call a workout. A steer tire with a plug in it and a bulge? Looks like we need a new tire. Good thing they called the doctor. I've been training my whole life for this moment. And by training, I mean drinking a lot of beer and binge watching a lot of Netflix. It's like night school, but for dummies. Anyways, if you want to bounce your tires, you should probably grab these bounce beads from Prima Canada. Link is in my bio. If you've ever been driving and you feel a shake in your tires, well, that's because your tires aren't balanced. Or in my case, it's because you get stuck in the mud and there's mud all over your rims. My boots are old and my feet always get wet. What am I gonna do? Wait, I have an idea. Why don't we try Flex Seal? Apparently it's for waterproofing. Seems to be working pretty good to me. Now let's try it on just to make sure it still fits. Now I don't have to buy new boots. Perfect. Welcome to Canada where everything's covered in ice. Which isn't good when everything's outside, but tires don't stop rolling in the winter, and that is why I'm here. Because nobody loves slipping on ice in the winter more than I do. Well, other than Frosty the Snowman. This Chicago Pneumatics tire buffer makes me feel better though. And I might be sniffing a little glue here and there. Good thing I had a backup bead bazooka. It might be a little big, but I think it did pretty good. It's hard being a tire guy in the winter. Everything is slippery and all my tools are cold. But there is one advantage to winter. We get a lot of calls that people don't change their summer air in their tires to winter air. And that leads to a lot of flat tires. Which is good for the business that nobody really talks about it. Oh wait, I just did. Oh no. Make sure you're subscribed so I can tell you more secrets. Plastic nut covers. What a useless invention. Wow, that's a shiny Chicago Pneumatic gun. Well, looks like we gotta take the air out of this thing. Oh, crap. Where did it go? Wow, looks like it's my lucky day. You can never find these when you lose them. Alright, now let's speed the boring part up of me putting on the tires and get to the best part. No, not the directional arrows on the tire. The bead bazookas. Aw, look at the little baby Zuka. Holy crap, this thing has power. These tires are looking kind of flat. Let's find out how much PSI is in them. That's not good. These only have 40. They're supposed to have 110. That's probably why the other side blew up. I asked them if they could move it over so I'm not in the middle of the highway. Yes, sadly they blew it on the highway. So every now and then a truck passes and I see the light flash before my eyes.
Oh, you're in the way. Oh, sorry, I messed up your video.
But what can they do? They can't keep driving it because then they're gonna have to pay for a new rim. So I'm kinda glad that they didn't keep driving. When all's said and done, I get to enjoy the rest of my Sunday not in the fast lane. Tires take forever to lose air in the winter. Just another steer tire with a slice in the sidewall. Can't drive that, can you? There you go, tire doctor. Make sure you scratch it up real nice. You can only take this tire off on this side. Those scratches were there before. I promise. You want to know how I balance steer tires? I use these balance beads. My supplier is Prima Canada. One of the best. Link is in my bio if you want some. Ordering something supports my content. Anyways, now for the best part. I love bead bazookas. I stumbled upon this tire and it looks like it wasn't having a very good day. So I grabbed my air hose and cheered it up with some air. But all of a sudden, I start hearing a pissing noise. And that hole was in the sidewall and there's no way you can repair that. Unless you're the tire doctor. Now, normally, this would need a new tire. But in my line of work, you always try to save the customer as much money as possible, as long as it's safe to do so, which is all based on experience. The rule of thumb in this industry is if it doesn't hurt anybody, it's all good. I had to climb this massive mountain to get to this tire. Alright, fine, it was just a little one, but it's still pretty big. The tire looks fine to me. Oh, never mind, it's the other one. It took me a good 5 minutes to figure out how to jack this up. And then I had to figure out how to get the tire off. It was a lot of work as I throw the bar in rage. Good luck rolling the tire in snow while it's not round. Whoa, tire doctor, stop making love to the tire. It's a snowflake, not a sensor. I thought the tire doctor didn't fix car tires. If they ask nicely, I'll make an exception. You're supposed to be able to read those words. Gotta make sure I don't hit this rim with my hammer. That would be bad.
I'm the tire doctor, yeah. Nice to meet you. I make one right now, actually.
I love when fans come up to me in public. It really warms my heart that you guys enjoy watching my videos. The tire's bleeding out from its carotid arteries. Looks like we have to replace it. Hold on. A heated bathroom for the tire doctor? I'm living in luxury today. Oh crap, we got a runaway tire. Now we just have to clean off all the internal organs before I put on the new tire. This stuff can get real messy. Now that the old tire's dead, they had to buy a new one. But just like when you donate a heart, you have to hit it with the defibrillators to bring it back to life. Fire in the hole. That's not good. Looks like this tire's too squish. Let's try again. That's not working, but I have an idea. Let's try the bigger one, because size does matter. That's what I call a bald tire. Holy crap, it must be sunny outside or something. Gotta start my Chicago Pneumatics impact gun. Almost there. There we go. Looks like winter's over. It's time for the dust. I like beating up tires sometimes. It helps me get my anger out. But other times, the tire just makes me more angry. The bead booster's good, but I don't think it's that good. Holy shit. Looks like this tire's dead. You know, tires have really hard jobs. Imagine how dizzy you would get if you were rolling around that fast. And after all that, getting beat up by the tire doctor? What a rough life. Sometimes we actually have to give the tires Pepto-Bismol, because their tummies get hurt from all the rolling. Yup, it's true. Hold on, you watched to the end and never subscribed? What the What do we have here? Whoa, that's a small nail if I do say so myself. Let's jack this thing up and get it ready for a transplant. That's fine. That'll hold. But if it doesn't, oh well. Not every tire is easy to get off.
Nice.
You know what else is nice? When the rim is
All clean.
Whoa, look out. Tire Doctor's trying to gain subscribers. So hit that button before you go. Wait a second, the Tire Doctor does tractor tires as well? Of course, old MacDonald called me to his farm and said that he had a flat tire. It looks like he's been rolling around in the dirt and he's got a bead leak. So we had to clean it up real nice. He asked me how much it was gonna be, and I told him it'll be free today as long as you subscribe. This is what they call a tire off the bead. And usually, unless you're me, it's hard to get air into it. All it takes is this big contraption called the bead booster. Now, sometimes it doesn't work. And then sometimes you just need a little bit of lubrication on the bead and the rim. All it is just high pressure air at a click of a button. Not bad, not bad. As soon as you see this on your tire, that means your tire's crap. Which sucks because I hate selling tires and making money. These rusty old nuts were easy to get off. It must be the brand of my impact gun. One hit to get the tire off? It must be my lucky day. Gotta love those comments asking why I'm taking it off this way. Even if I say why, I'll still get the comments. Have you subscribed to me yet? How in the world did this happen?
Moo.
The cows did it?
Moo.
Silly cows. I hate having good impact guns because it means that I get paid less because it takes less time to do the job. Oh great, the wheel's stuck. Oh, got lucky this time. Time to continue beating up this tire. That's my favorite part of the job. Oh no, actually I forgot this is my favorite part of the job. I got to do it twice. What a nice driver. I wish all drivers would take off these stupid things. Winter may be gone, but the dust is back. This one came off pretty easy. That's not going anywhere. Oh no, the rim is so shiny. A Tire Doctor hoodie enters the chat. No, please, not the knee, not the knee. Ow, that hurt. Time to start this puppy up. It's got some work ahead of it. Hey, Tire Doctor, why are you taking it off? How else am I supposed to break my back? Looks like we have to replace the tire. The bead's separated. I better hurry up. It's about to thunderstorm. Hey, what are you guys doing up there? Whoa, where you going? Oh, good, you're back. Watch me lift this tire. And put it on. And then lift it again. And then, of course, my favorite part. Yeah, that's good. Make sure you roll it around the mud before I fix it. It's always good to go for a mud bath to see the tire guys struggle. Usually when they see me struggle, they ask if they can help. And usually I just say, yeah, just stand over there and look pretty. Because a lot of the time, they'll usually just get in the way. But it's definitely nice of them to ask. You know what else they ask? How in the world are you gonna get that to take air? I have a bead bazooka. Anyways, time to scrap this tire. Oh man, I really wish there was an easier way to clean my truck. Wait a second, I'm the Tire Doctor. Ah, that's fine. That'll hold. She's a hot one out here. Better put on a headband. Use the force, Tire Doctor. Whoa, look out. We got some bar tricks going on here. 1 bar, 2 bar. Looks like we have a tube in this one. Get this friggin' thing out of here. Nobody even invited you to the party tube. A new valve stem was invited to the party, though.
Definitely a hot one out here. What a nice, quiet neighborhood.
How about we change that? But first we have to take the tire off. That's always a good step to start with.
Uh-oh, got the popo going by.
Well, I have to air this tire up somehow.
Loud!
It might just be a little bit loud. What a nice trucker telling me how good of a job I'm doing. Alright, time to get another noise complaint. What the heck are you doing with that tire? Looks like winter's over and summer's about to begin, and that means changing over your tires. Well, would you look who it is? The Tire Dad. The Mustang was too low and I couldn't get my jack under it, but Tire Dad had just the idea. Just drive it up onto compostable yard bags. Well, would you look at that? It worked! Take off those winter aftermarket rims and put on the nice rims. Torque it up and the Tire Doctor's ready to flex on these Customer states, it just needs a plug. Now, I don't think that could be plugged. The intrusive thoughts, they're so overwhelming. I have to... No, Tire Doctor. Don't even think about it. Aw, fine, I'll just take it off, but I don't like doing it. The front was hard to take off, so I figured the back is probably gonna need some muscle. So I warmed up my hands and... Uh-oh, don't worry, I'm okay. Just a few bruises from falling on my face. Oh yeah, and don't forget... You better hit that subscribe button. You should never plug a sidewall. Alright guys, so in this one, I'm going to be plugging the sidewall of this backhoe tire. Come on over. Usually we do this because the customer doesn't want to pay for a tire. It's about a 50% chance that it holds, but this one worked pretty well. This tire is $4,000, and this tire is only $1,000. I don't think this Michelin lasts 4 times longer. But you know who does last 4 times longer? Definitely not me. Tires are the only things that go through inflation and deflation at the same time.
There's something in my finger.
How old are you, tire doctor? You still act like a child. Well, being an adult kinda sucks, so why not stay a child? I guess you have a point there. This one doesn't look so good. That tire's really squished. I think we're gonna need a strap, but let's try it. Yep, I was right. Time to take out the come-along. I wonder what these are. Let's open it up and find out. Whoa, that's an interesting socket. Never seen that before. Well, it works pretty good. That's all a tie guy like me needs. You know what else a tie guy like me needs? A new back. Are you selling? Because I'm buying. Oh, well, that's a pretty easy fix for me. All you gotta do is hit it with a hammer. There we go. Just like new. I wonder if I can blast a tire standing up. Yup. Oh no, call a doctor. This tire, it's bleeding out. Oh, there's the doctor. The tire doctor. Oh, the jacks are falling over. That's good. I'm gonna have to move this one. Let's try and see if this is any better. No. Well, I gotta figure something out. I think I figured it out. That's fine. That'll hold. Alright, let's find out what's wrong with this tire, why don't we? Oh, looks like it's got a big slice in it. And it's got sealant in it. That's good, because I needed some more product in my hair. Gotta love patching tires with sealant. Burning this rubber off, gotta take a little breath. And back to it. These calls are the best. Oh, they're not? Whoa, that's a big patch. Prima Canada sells them. Link in my bio. Patching's an art, not a science. Let's hope it holds.
It looks pretty promising.
No, tire doctor, you're gonna scratch the rim. Apparently these bouncing beads increase your fuel mileage. That's pretty cool. How the heck am I supposed to get this off with the fence right there? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm the tire doctor. I can do anything. Do you know why I ripped this bag? It's a good thing this fence was flexible. I had a little bit not enough room. I makes it works though. That actually wasn't that much fun. But you know it is fun? Watching the tire doctor and subscribing. Do it. What is on my nose? Oh my goodness, it's a booger. Well, howdy there, viewer. Do you want to watch me do my job? Yeah, me neither. It's pretty boring. I also had to do both of these backhoe tires. I think I did a pretty good job. I like to stand on top of the tire because it makes me look really cool and it also makes me look like I know what I'm doing. As long as I don't put these tires on backwards, I think we're gonna be okay. Also, these tires were pretty squished. I really hope this bead bazooka works. I mean, come on, look how much space is in between this bead and rim. There's no way this thing's gonna work. Well, here goes nothing. Oh my god.
All right, let's find my next victims. Gotta be around here somewhere. I got him. I don't know how you guys don't laugh and do this every day.
What is that supposed to do?
It seats the bead on the tire. We got him, guys. We got him.
I wonder what's wrong with this tire. Oh, it's not the tire. It's the rim. Best Impact in the game took these off easy. Time to unwrap every single individually wrapped stud.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Adding to Ocean Plastics, one stud at a time. Can't forget the sunscreen. Otherwise, I will be a tomato. Looks like these studs are garbage. Time to have some fun with the hammer. I just had to look out for the recoil and make sure that it didn't hit my shin. Tappity tap tap these new ones in. I checked to see if the tire was still okay. Looks like it wasn't. Looks like it needs a new tire and a new rim. 1 nail plus 2 nails equals 3? I had a hard time taking this tire off because it had no air in it. There is one solution, but it's kind of dangerous. Don't put any more than 10 pounds in a tire that's been run flat. You want to see why? When I lifted up this tire, it said everything. The tire's supposed to be all black inside. That looks like the casing, which is gray. And looks like they've been driving this flat a little too long. If I would have put air into that, there would have been no more Tire Doctor videos. And we can't have that now, can we? Where the heck did all the rubber go? I guess that's why they called me. They ran out of rubber. Rubber is really important, kids. These tires are also really heavy, but that's okay. I don't need my back in the future. Air hoses are living in the past. They say that only a male and a female connect. What the heck? This job was pretty simple. All I had to do was zip off the old tires and zap on the new ones. I like to practice being ambidextrous when I put on the nuts. I can't believe they actually drove on the steel. Well, I hope they like their $3,000 new tires. Uh-oh, the customer didn't pay their bill again? When are they ever gonna learn? It's a good thing I'm not a real doctor because you can't really take back organs now, can you? Or can you? Anyway, these tires were foam filled, so even though they were really small, they were pretty expensive. And those tires in the back of my truck are definitely not for them. Source? Trust me, bro. Nobody messes with the doctor. A hole in the sidewall of a steer tire? Too bad you can't replace one, you gotta replace both. Phew, I just started and I'm already
My
sweating.
truck is going to be featured in an episode of The Tire Doctor.
Yes, sir.
You know, animated like it normally is.
Animated? I have no idea what he's talking about. All I know is that I get a lot of questions like, how do I not scratch the rim? Or, how do I balance the tire? And let me tell you, all those questions can be answered by just hitting that subscribe button and following along. Oh, and if you're already subscribed, well, you already know all the answers, and you're a true OG. And you probably know what's coming next. Oh dear, looks like the aluminum's corroded on this dump truck. I've hit this tire way too many times. Let's try a couple more times, and then we're gonna have to go to the last resort. I call the last resort, leaving it for the next guy to deal with. This truck is gonna have to go to a shop to get it torched off. But for now, I'm just here to change the tire, so that's what I decided to do. It was a good thing his bucket was up because it made it a lot easier to do this maneuver. And it's even harder when you got fenders on it, but we got lucky today. Oh my god, what did they do? Did they not realize that the tire was flat? Well, maybe he was on the train tracks and had to get off of them. I don't know. All I know is there's way too many bugs around this place. I was gonna try to take this rim off, but then I realized I have a magic hammer. All I had to do was just take a little swing at it, and there you go. Good as new. It even gave it a paint job. Well, now it looks like it needs a new tire, and it looks like this tire was pretty squished. I tried the first time, and it was so close, but it didn't hold. So I had to try again. And this time, it held. A flat steer tire looks like it's got a nail in it. Yup, that's definitely leaking.
Save my life. Take a look what's happened with my tire. You come fast. Thank you.
Fast service? Of course, that's what we're known for. Look how fast I'm going. Ow, that was my foot. Now, Tire Doctor, how are you supposed to promote your CP buffer without being in the frame? Well, I guess you have to scrap this video and start again. Might as well keep scrolling on Tire Doctor's page. This tire's looking a little sad today. Don't worry, I got some happy air on me. When you air up a tire, make sure you're not standing right beside it. It's probably a good idea. Alright, time to get that sprayer ready. Whoa, that was fast. Looks like I already found the hole. It's a good thing I have my trusty plugger. Otherwise, I don't know what I would do. Now I just gotta double check to make sure there's no more leaks, and then it's good to go. I know what's wrong with it. It exploded. A blown tire on the inside? This is gonna take a little while. I had a hard time getting it off, but I've hit it from the back, a bow. Make sure not to touch the steel part of the tire because that will really hurt. Looks like it damaged the mud flap on the back. Don't worry, I'm a professional at fixing these. That'll have to do. I'm sorry, but a patch won't fix that.
Oh yeah? Watch this.
Alright, but it's not gonna... What? Holy crap. Ooh, my favorite part of the job. It's nice and hot out here today. An umbrella hat? What a great idea. You look like a weirdo, Tire Doctor. That's okay. I already look like a weirdo. I wonder what happened to this tire. That's a weird looking mark. You know what else is weird? The fact that you watch my videos, but you're not following me. That's super weird. This is gonna hurt. That's gonna leave a bruise. That's okay. As long as I'm not bleeding, it's a good day. Other than the rain. I don't like the rain. But you know what I do like? This part. I think this tire forgot its job. To stay on the rim. That's alright, tire. I forget things too. Oh, you want to be like that now, do you? Fine, I'll pull you off the rim. Pulling out the bar tricks again. It's been so long, Tire Doctor. Walking through mud just for a camera angle. Trailer tires love losing air because they sit around a lot. So I thought I would air up the other side as well. Of course, these cars were getting a little close, so I figured I would set up a pylon. It kind of helped, I guess. Uh-oh, 2 trucks at once. Time to go away. 1 plug, 2 plug, 3 plug. Tire Doctor. I think that's how the story goes. This Saturday, I'm going to the Toronto Honda Indy. I'll be giving away free Tire Doctor pens. How exciting. I'm also going to be vlogging the whole event, so it's going to be awesome. That's only on my YouTube though, so you should probably go check it out. Anyways, had a little trouble on the back beads, so I had to bring out the big guns. Prima Canada, always selling the good tools. Timber! A little bit of wrestling with the tire, and you gotta quench its thirst because they're usually really thirsty. Usually they're also really hungry, so I fed it some air, and now it's full.
Get me out of here! Open the door!
Uh-oh, looks like the Tire Doctor's videos finally got him locked up.
Can't get out, get me out.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get out.
Nice, bye.
The tire nurse was just gonna leave me in there.
You shove me in the back before you go.
You're a good man. You're a good guy.
Firestones, that's what I call a good set of tires. We had snacks, we had drinks, and we had racing. I'd like to thank my sponsors, TheTireDoctorMerch.com. The cars went vroom vroom all day, and what did you say? I can't hear you anymore. It started to rain, and I guess these guys really didn't want to drive in the rain. All I know is my neck muscles might need a little break. Apparently pylons make people move over on the highway, and apparently tires also like to blow up on the highway. The jack won't fit in front. Let's try the middle. Nope, looks like it's going to the back. Looks like we need a second one. That one didn't go high enough. Well, looks like the pylons didn't really do much. See you guys later. The customer was nice enough to pick up my tripod and put it right back. What a nice guy.
Definitely make it look easy.
Now, I might make it look easy, but it doesn't mean I'm any safer on the highway. Let's get the heck out of here. Time to bring out the big gun. Whoa, gun? Oh yeah, Tire Doctor's Canadian. Phew! Well, would you look at that? A perfectly placed porta potty. I'll see you guys in a second. Why buy a sauna when you can just go to a construction site and go in a porta potty? I think I should have done that after I was done working. I'm currently downwind of this thing. What's the diagnosis, Tire Doctor? Doesn't look good to me. But I guess it's a good thing I brought a buddy. A new tire. Whoa, did you see that? I just put a tire on. Looks like a nice set of low pro tires. Let's see if this jack fits. Nope. I guess I'm gonna have to do it manually. There we go. Now it fits. That's what she said. You know what doesn't fit? This one tire that's bigger than the others. That must have been a bumpy ride. Anyways, I think it's time to change these tires up. Off with the old and on with the new. A reverse mount? I hate reverse mounts, especially when it's in the mud. This is gonna take forever. Unless I have an idea. Just because you have to take it off doesn't mean you can't flip it around and then put it back on the unit. That way, when you're in the middle of the mud, everything still stays clean. Wow, Tire Doctor, you're a pretty smart guy. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a genius, but I do have my moments. Now we just gotta feed the tire some sealant and put it back on the rim. That should be an easy fix. Oh, it's on the highway. Well, it's a good thing I got my buddy Cement to protect me. I mean, I guess it can protect me. At least they'll hit that before they hit me. I wonder if a hard hat will protect me. Probably not, but I'll do it anyway. Working long hours is just part of the job. From before sunrise to after the sunset. That's what I call a long day. But at least I get a lot of content. I'll go with the silent blast on this one because this highway's really loud. And when all's said and done, it looks like you're now subscribing to the Tire Doctor. This slice might not be through, but it's definitely not gonna pass the safety, especially when this thing goes 50 feet in the air. So sadly, it looks like we're gonna have to replace the tire. It's a good thing I've been doing this for like 15 years. Or since I was 6, if you count the first time I ever went with my dad to a call. They say you pick things up faster when you're a kid. That's probably why I can pick up this tire a lot faster. That's not what it's supposed to mean, Tire Doctor. Yeah, I know. I just thought I was pretty funny. Whatever, dude. This one was a pretty tight squeeze. And that's why I drive an F-150. It's also a good thing I had a backup camera because I couldn't see anything. They really made this one hard to reach. But as long as I can get my airline to it, I don't have to yell at anybody. I'm just kidding. Only good vibes from the Tire Doctor. Sometimes the energy is not reciprocated, but that's okay. Some people are just born angry. Sometimes I just treat them like they're a 9-year-old throwing a tantrum. I feel bad for their parents. Looks like the Tire Doctor's going on a long walk. Guess they couldn't get the tire to take air. It's pretty easy when you have a bee bazooka. I was able to hear the hole, but it was at the bottom, so I had to get the guy's attention. I thought I might bang on the unit, maybe that'll get his attention. That didn't work. Maybe a little drum roll. Oh, that worked. Maybe I should have yelled at him first. I just needed him to turn the parking brake off because I have no idea how to use one of these units.
Well, you are the Tire Doctor.
Now let's just hope I don't have to come back to this call. This thing's way better than a jack. I guess this tire didn't have a good day. Neither did I. I'm almost out of juice. Oh well, I'll get some more later. Time for the magic hammer. Couple of good swings and a couple of great bars. And the first bead's off. Whoa, don't fall back there, Tire Doctor. The back bead always takes a bit more work. But don't worry, I am the Tire Doctor after all. Uh-oh, don't hit the juice box. Oh, that was a close one. You want to know what else is close? 1 million subscribers. Come on now. You can subscribe, can't you? How else are you supposed to watch me fail at my job? And also, when are you going to be able to watch this every day? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're out here working on the side of the highway now. Tire Dad's doing his job. All the guys going by on the highway. Nice little spot to do a job. Little Bobcat repair, fixing the Bobcat. Yeah, just like the little boy, I can do it too.
Looks like the customer didn't pay their bill again. Gotta take their tires back. Man, Tire Doctor, this happens to you a lot. It's almost as if these videos are fake or something. Fake? I would never do these just for views. I do it for the comments as well. People say I should just lean on the truck, but I'm supposed to be working, not taking a break. And people are saying that repoing tires is illegal? And let's be honest, a lot of things are illegal that shouldn't really be illegal in this world. Apparently you can't paint your garage door purple. What the heck is Barney supposed to do? I was on my way home when I found that somebody blew their tire on the highway. So being the tire doctor, I had to stop and see if they needed my help. They were having a hard time getting the spare out, which happens a lot because spares are such a pain to get out. And sometimes the spares are actually flat. So I like to make sure to check the air pressure. This one was actually pretty good. And when all was said and done and everything was torqued up, they asked me how much. And I said, no worries, it's free. But they really wanted to give me something. So I said, well then subscribe to the Tire Doctor. That's fine. That'll hold. A lot of people think I have clown boots on, but there's a reason why they're so big. They have steel toes in them. For this reason. That would have hurt a lot if I didn't have these flip-flops on. Takes a lot of skill to do these things on the unit, because if you don't do it right, then this happens. Takes a lot of upper body strength to do it this way.
Oh, you're recording. You make videos or what?
A lot of the times, the customers don't even realize I'm recording. It just looks like another tool. A tool to entertain the masses. Well, this doesn't look good. We can't be driving tires like that now, can we, Tire Doctor? Nope. So, it looks like I'm gonna have to replace it. The problem is that it's foam filled, so I can't do it on site. I have to take it away. Which is easy, as long as you have a forklift that can help, because there's no way I'm getting this 600-pound tire into my truck without one. Just gotta toss it on a skid, get that forklift to help me out, and head to the foam fill place in the morning, because I decided to pick up some solid tires after, unaliving 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh, Michelin, always making the weirdest size of tires. You wanna know why they do it? So that people will buy from them. They change the numbers, even though it's the exact same thing as a 295. I gotta say, it's a smart business move, but it's not very nice to the guys that don't even know. Also, if anybody from Michelin's listening, could you redesign your beads so that water doesn't get in between them? I mean, it's nice to promote my Chicago Pneumatics grinder, but I don't really appreciate having to do it every time I take one off. This rant was brought to you by the Tire Doctor. Looks like this family blew a tire on the side of the road. It's a good thing the Tire Doctor was passing by. I thought I'd pull over and see if they needed my help. It looks like they did, because they were having a hard time getting that one nut off. I hope this tire holds. It's looking a little rough, but what can you do? They gave me some snacks as payment and tried to give me some money. But I said, how about we subscribe to the Tire Doctor instead? Oh dear, the tire's bleeding out. Good thing the customer had a spare tire, but I definitely can't give him the Tire Doctor guarantee on this one. The guarantee that says, if I fix a tire and it goes flat for the same reason that I fixed it for, I'll come back and fix it again for free. It's called a recall, Tire Doctor, which means you suck at your job. You know, sometimes you just get really unlucky. Like I always say, fixing tires isn't a science, it's an art. But when I put used tires on, I make sure to put sealant in it. That makes it a lot more likely that I will never come back. This tire was a little sticky, so I had to give it a little whack. There we go, that's better. Come on, no beep bazooka? That's lame. Well, would you look at that, a hole in the sidewall. Guess that's why I don't like putting on used tires. But since I already put it on, let's see if I can fix it for him. 1 plug, 2 plug, double check. Should be good. This hole was making a little bit too much noise, which means it's probably not a hole, it's a slice. This jack was starting to get a little crooked, but it should be okay. Depending on the brand, sometimes these skid steer tires are a little bit harder than the others. The back bead sometimes is a struggle, but all it takes is that little sweet spot. After some investigation, looks like it was indeed a slice. Best buffer in the game enters the chat. Should probably take off this hard hat. Ah yes, Prima patch glue. My favorite. You also can't forget that Prima patch. That's important. Gotta make sure we roll that patch on, otherwise it's not gonna work. I guess I can put my hard hat back on because I'm a good boy. It's a good thing these tires are easier to put on than take off. You know what else is easier to put on than take off? Weight. I wish everybody just had a metabolism that made it easier. Sometimes I feel bad because I literally can't gain weight, which makes this job a little bit harder. Hey look, it's a car hauler with a bald inside tire. Time to jack it up. No, not the air systems. These things suck. They always leak. Wearing ear protection makes this job so much more relaxing. These air tools might not sound very loud, But that's probably because you're already deaf. Should have worn that ear protection. And if you've ever taken air out of a tire, that's pretty loud too. You know what else is loud? The subscribe button down there screaming at you to press it. Please, it's very loud. Time to start the day with a workout.
I can have the video on.
I make YouTube videos. The Tire Doctor.
The Tire Doctor? Never heard of him. Well, I guess you have now. It's nice to meet you. I change tires for a living. And by living, I mean just being able to afford rent in this country. $2,800 for a one-bedroom apartment? Yup. Welcome to Canada. The country that lives with their parents. But it's not so bad. Tire Doctor, stop lying to yourself. We all know this generation will never afford a house. Yeah, but what if I work 16 hours instead of 14? Well, then you'll be in a higher tax bracket and pay more taxes. Oh. So then what do we do now? I don't know. You could always subscribe to the Tire Doctor. Looks like this customer got his money worth on these tires. Good for them. Well, that wasn't very nice of my jack. These tires are more expensive and stronger, so sometimes the thrust is not enough. So I have to hammer the bar into the bead with my hammer. Leverage is also your friends on these tires. Use them longer bars, because size does in fact matter.
Yeah, I usually do half and half just so that to make sure that it seals for sure, you know.
More like 10% of the old sealant and 90% of the new sealant. These tires were so bald that the sealant just disappeared. You know what else likes to disappear? My videos. So you might as well hit that subscribe button down there. Man, if only real life was this fast. Maybe I'd have more things to do other than work. Because if you work in the trades, you can relate. Us tradesmen, we don't really spend much time at home. Our home is basically just our job. Because if we don't work this much, then we probably wouldn't have a home. I know, it's sad, but what are we gonna do? We've got to provide for the family that we have back home. We work because we care. We don't do it because we enjoy it. We do it because we enjoy the satisfaction of stability in our relationships and our lives. My customer woke up his son because he's a huge fan of the Tire Doctor. He was FaceTiming with him the whole time. I thought I would add him to the video because he would love that. It was pretty cold this morning, but it decided to get hot, so I had to put on my headband. I think I'm gonna need a haircut soon. Once my hair gets this long, the sweat starts to drip onto my glasses, and we can't be having that now, can we? Oh, I love these 19.5s. I always wonder if the people that invented these rims have ever actually taken a tire off themselves. They probably wouldn't be a thing anymore if they did. Time to air up this flat tire on the side of the road. Airing up tires takes so long. I'm getting tired. Maybe I should just go to sleep. Alright, it's finally aired up. Let's find out what the heck is wrong with this tire. It looks like a casing leak. You know what that means. It's time to put some sealant in. I gotta figure out what key goes in this thing. Oh, looks like I figured it out. If you ever want tire tools, you know where to go. Prima Canada. This tool is really friggin' heavy. I might not use it a lot, but when I do, it saves me a lot of time. It's definitely paid for itself. Alright, this tire's pretty thirsty. Might as well give it a little drink. Hey, where you guys going? Come on, watch me put this sealant inside the tire. Come on, please start. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm about to break down these tires. Why do one tire when you can do both at the same time? But I guess I should take the air out first, because I don't think I'm getting them off otherwise. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. Oh no, my compressor broke. That's okay, I know how to fix it. Actually, I didn't. My dad told me how. What happened? I thought you were breaking down the tires. I figured you guys rather watch me break my back. See, wasn't that so much better? A little over-exaggeration there, Tire Doctor. Okay, fine. The moment you guys have been waiting for. The big bead bazooka. I like it. They call this a kettle, and it looks like it might need a tire. They must have hit a curb or something. The one thing I don't like about the hot weather is the bees. I don't like bees. It looks like they left just enough room for me to take this tire off. The fender was really close to the tire, and with a little bit of leg strength and some falling, I eventually got the new tire on. Whatever works, I guess. That's an interesting technique. The other side wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty old, so I also changed that one as well. This was also an interesting technique. I need to work on my cardio. I found the suspect. Don't worry, it's only gonna take 20 minutes. I know these machine operators don't like any downtime, so it's a good thing they called the Tire Doctor, because downtime is also my enemy. Now we just gotta take the back bead off. Hello? Are you doing anything? Come on. Maybe a little bit of juice will help. That's the good sound. Gotta take this tube out now that it's nice and expanded. Lift the tire onto the rim and make sure that it's got a lot of yummy juice because these things get really thirsty. And now we put the tire on. Isn't this just so fun to watch? It's even more fun when you do it. He doesn't look like he's having fun. Alright, let's see if we need a blaster. What? We don't need a blaster, but I already filled it up. Why the heck are these nuts so rusty? Oh yeah, they use these stupid things. Looks like the truck brakes failed because these all have flat spots on them. Looks like I'm gonna have to take all the axles off. There's 1, there's 2, and of course, there's 3. The tires were pretty stuck on, so I had to whack them with the hammer a couple times. Here comes the tire dad with the second tire delivery. The first one was from the Beast. I definitely can't carry 12 tires of this size. That's not gonna happen. But you know it is gonna happen. I'm gonna whack all these tires with the hammer and get all my anger out. That was satisfying. Now with the power of the Bartrix, I will change these tires. Whoa. Holy crap. I didn't even think that was gonna work. Awesome. Looks like this backhoe tire's got a big problem. What might that be? It's got a tube in it. And we all know that tubes suck. Tire doctor, you're supposed to keep that inside the slide hammer. This thing's the only way to take it off on the unit. And it's very tiring. Especially when it's hot outside. Oh, there we go. Now we gotta take this friggin' tube out. This thing almost weighs as much as me. Why do they make it so hard to get these tubes out? This sealant should fix it up real good. Whoa, watch yourself, tire doctor. You almost fell over there. Now to do the same thing with all the other tires. Take out the tubes, put in the sealant, and then do it to 2 more backhoes. Nobody likes you, tubes. Nobody likes you. Except for people that go on lakes, because tubes are awesome on lakes. How to turn a used tire into a new tire. Fixing tires is just like your bedtime routine. You have to make sure you clean your face, and I also have to make sure I clean the face of the rim. And when you put the tire back on... No, I said on, not off. Hold on, a dually that came off without a hammer? Oh my goodness. Tire doctor got lucky on that one. You have to make sure you brush its teeth, because otherwise, all the teeth are gonna fall off. I guess you could call me the tire dentist. Who the heck is driving on these bald tires? Wait a second. Tire doctor? Come on. I guess now's a better time than any. Let's just hope you don't mess up your own rims and hit them. Holy crap, that's risky. Maybe you should have taken it to a shop. These wheel weights always make my rims so ugly. That's why I usually use Counteract Balance Beads, because it's on the inside, and it's not visible. I wonder how many flats the tire doctor got on this set of tires. 10. 10 flats. Oh, look, it's a tire doctor. I wonder what he's doing this time. Oh, of course he's taking off a tire. Does this guy ever do anything other than tires? Well, actually, I'm going to be going to the SEMA show in Vegas. I'm going to be doing a whole vlog about it. So you should probably go over to my YouTube and subscribe. Vegas? Aren't you from Canada? Yeah, but I like to party, so what better place to go than to Vegas? Tire doctor, you're supposed to be going there for business, not to party. Yeah, but it's like they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, I guess. Unless you're me, of course, because then everything in Vegas is going to be online for everybody to see. I just put the tire on backwards. Have you ever wondered what's inside of a solid tire? Well, that's what we're gonna find out, because I also don't know what's inside. Now, these aren't your typical solid tires. These are called softcore, not hardcore. Pure vanilla. These rims are specially designed so that you can reuse them, and for that reason, they're able to come off. Tire doctor loves getting tires off, and once that's all out of the way, it's time to find out what the heck is inside. Well, that's lame. It's just rubber. What the heck are low-profile tires? These are new low-profile tires, and these are bald low-profile tires. Low-profile tires means that it's really low to the ground, so I have to figure out which jack's gonna fit until we can use the air jack, because it makes it so much easier. Now, why the heck would people want low-profile tires? Well, sometimes those extra few inches really makes a difference, and it usually means the difference between being able to get underground and not being able to get underground. What the heck is that thing? Tire doctor, did you get another bead blaster? I sure did. I got many of them. I figured I'd try it out for the first time. It was a lot more powerful than I thought it would be. I basically fell over. I had to change my stance to make sure I don't fall over again. That was pretty impressive if you ask me. I wonder how it'll work on a big tire. I guess we're gonna find out. But only if you subscribe, of course. That tire's almost as big as you, tire doctor. How are you supposed to change that when it weighs twice as much as you? Well, it's my job, so I don't really have a choice. It's all about the technique. If you don't got the technique, you're not getting the tire off. If I weighed more, technique wouldn't be as important, but it's super important at my weight. I got this new bead blaster from TSI. How about we put it to the test? Subscribe for more like that. If Mountain Dew needs some marketing, I think you know who to call. Now let's get back to the service call where the tire doctor's compressor broke. This is supposed to be attached to that. It's not. It's a good thing this is the second time it's happened, because now I actually know what I'm doing. If you guys think I know what I'm doing all the time, well, I don't. Every time my truck breaks down, I have no idea what to do. And most times when my compressor breaks, I also have no idea what I'm doing. I just got this new blaster, and I had no idea how to use it. I struggled a couple times, but eventually I got the hang of it. I did say eventually, didn't I? But if you ask me a question about tires, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, please. No, none of this. Doesn't want that.
So, no YouTube videos.
No.
Can I talk to me?
Yep.
What's his number?
I know you don't want me recording here, but if you ever have time, you can look up the tire doctor on YouTube.
I apologize for that. Feel free to do what you want.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Trevor's my
Okay,
name.
thanks, Darren.
Just so you know.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Darren's my dad.
Well, Darren's your dad?
Yeah.
We're a family-run company here, too, so.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you for the speedy service as always.
Yeah, no problem.
Always looking behind me because I do not trust the drivers on the highway. At least this driver was nice enough to roll up on a block of wood. That makes it so much easier. You want to know what else makes my job easier? Getting a good whiff of this glue. Delicious. You know, when I was a kid, I used to love the smell of gas. And then I realized that's probably not good to go into your lungs. So now when I go to the gas station, I have to really stop myself. Another smell that I like is burnt rubber. You want to know why? Because that means that I'm making money. Because when you burn rubber, that means you're gonna need a new tire soon. Looks like it's that time of year again. It's starting to get cold out. And up here in the Great White North, as soon as it starts to get cold, it starts to snow. And if you have no tread on your skid steers, you're probably not plowing very well. I guess it's a good thing I've been doing these tires since I was like 6 years old. It makes it a heck of a lot easier, and I can do it a lot faster. Maybe not as fast as what you're seeing now, but I would say it's a pretty good speed. That's why they call the tire doctor. That's me. We run through these tires like it's toilet paper. Except instead of wiping your butt, it's wiping the ground. I mean, I guess if you're driving through mud, it's kind of like the same thing. Really? Did you really have to go there? You are ridiculous. Wait. Yeah, you're ridiculous. That's a lot of new tires ready for winter. I'm never too busy
Right on, man. Thank you so much.
to take pictures with my fans. It's not very often that the tire doctor fixes car tires, mainly because this hammer is not really meant to hit these tires. Usually the rims are aluminum, but these ones were steel. Little bit of Chicago Pneumatics buffer action. Must resist smelling glue. That stuff is so addicting. Wow, the tire doctor's using a plug patch. What a good boy. Have you ever heard of a reverse mount? Well, this is the kind of rim that used to come in all old Bobcats. Judging by how the tire doctor's looking at us, I don't think he really likes them. You know what else the tire doctor doesn't like? Pickles. Why does McDonald's always put pickles on their burger? When you put pickles on a burger, all it tastes like is pickles. Yeah, can I get some pickles with a side of burger? I think not. And then I found out that Big Mac sauce has pickles in it. Oh my goodness, was my mind blown. But I feel like it just has a tickle of pickles. Oh look, it's snowing. I don't like snow. Anyway, back to work. Oh, that's good. It's snowing and it's muddy. I usually like to deal with that by throwing my bars and just pretending like I'm enjoying life by smiling. Very creepy smile there, tire doctor. But to each their own. I mean, it is scientifically proven if you pretend to smile, then you are a happier person. You want to know what else is going to make me happy? If this very squished tire actually takes air, I'll probably need a little bit of help. Oh, perfect timing. A nice massive blaster. Now let's hope that it... Well, maybe if you actually kept it on the tire and you prayed a little, it would have actually worked. There you go, buddy. Wow, that's a big tire. Hopefully they brought in the big guns. Really? That's what they brought in? Hey, tire doctor has feelings, you know. Also, I have pretty big guns. Yeah, 10 pounds of muscle. Impressive. Well, my job is a pretty good workout, especially when you're dealing with stubborn tires. This one being one of them. Sometimes the bead's easy to break, sometimes it's not. And the more tired your muscles get, the heavier the hammer gets. That's a heavy hammer. Let's take a 3-second break. Alright, back to work. If I took longer breaks, then my cardio wouldn't be as good as it is. And it's like I've never said, the longer the break, the less money you make. Wow, you know what? That one's actually pretty good, tire doctor. Why, thank you. Oh my goodness, where's my bee blaster? It was just here yesterday. Oh my god, did I just get robbed? Both of my impacts are gone. And all of my sockets are gone. And of course the bee blaster's gone. Who in the world would rob the tire doctor? Did they really think that would stop me from working? I don't think so. At least they didn't take my magic hammer. This one's pretty sentimental to me. Well, at least they didn't take my big blaster, which is the only blaster I have to use against this tire now. Well, here goes nothing. Hey, where are you guys going? Don't worry, I got you. No, please don't scratch the rim. What? There's no scratch. Well, that's not good. It doesn't have tread anymore. It's a good thing they called the doctor, the tire doctor. It's been a crazy couple weeks up here in the Great White North. The snow is on the way, which means that everybody wants their winter tires. I've probably put on like 25 sets of skid steer tires because nobody wants to slip and slide in the snow while they're plowing. You know what does like to slip and slide when they're plowing? Come on, get your head out of the gutter. I'm talking about the Zambonis. Okay, it is way too cold out here. I mean, it's only -6, but it feels like -25. But I mean, who else is gonna fix these tires in this weather? Somebody's gotta make money, and I guess that's me. November is the busiest month in the year for us, which means the tire doctor is, well, tired. Tired of getting all that money. Speaking of money, I heard that inflation is starting to go down, which is great for the tire doctor because deflated tires means that I make more money. Not that kind of inflation. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure they're talking about tires. Let's inflate this one, shall we? Pretty cool. Ow, my lip is split. It's too dry out here. I wonder who tried to plug a slice in the sidewall. I can't say I've never done it, but that one's a little too big. And that is what she said. Hopefully. Okay, Tire Doctor, this is a family-friendly channel. You have to really think of jokes that are actually good. Well, what if I'm running out of them? Well, then maybe you're not really cut out for this influencer thing. That's how you do it. Work up a sweat. Yeah. Influencer thing? I'm a creator. I don't really influence anything. The only thing I really influence people to do is to buy the Tire Doctor merch because I want to go places. I have so many ideas, but I know times are tough. It's like dogs always say, times are rough. Anyway, I know you're just watching for this. Well, there goes my good wooden blocks. Jacking up on grass sucks. You can't really see it, but this needs a new tire. My dad said he's never changed one of these on the unit, so I figured, why not try it myself? And let me tell you, it took a few falls. But eventually, I was able to get the tire off. But just because you can get a tire off doesn't mean you can get it on. The new tire. Get the new tire on. I'm just making sure you guys are paying attention because I know that tires are boring and you're really only here for me, but the tires also have feelings. I was actually talking to a tire the other day and they said that they were really sad that nobody talks about them. I felt really bad for the tire, so I thought I'd bring it up. Maybe somebody would have some sympathy for them. Uh-oh, did the tire doctor get stuck again? Actually, no, it wasn't me this time. This skid steer got a flat tire right in the middle of the mud pit, and I wasn't able to jack it up until I got it out of the mud. But of course, just because I got it out of the mud doesn't mean that it doesn't still have mud on it. Oh my goodness. And it's sticky mud. I don't like sticky mud. And there was also a ton of rope on the axle. How that got there, I have no idea. This tire brand doesn't know how air works. It just doesn't like to seal, so I had to put in what I call a jumbo valve to make it easier to get the air into it. And all that work for just a little friggin' hole that made this tire go flat in the mud. And that's why I love this job. Looks like this tire wasn't having a very good day. It decided it didn't want to be around anymore. Or maybe it was the rim that just wanted a new tire, so it got rid of the old one. Well, I hope it likes Chinese tires, because that's what it's getting. You know, a lot of Chinese tires are actually now made in India, which is basically the exact same thing, but just not communist. I don't recommend you doing that. That's probably gonna hurt. No, that hurt. That'll be a bruise. You do realize that those vice grips scratched the rim, right? See, look, there's no scratch. Maybe this guy does know what he's doing. No, don't take off the sticker. That's bad luck. Yeah, leave it on. Well, look what we got here. A tire that's off the rim. This should be a pretty easy call for a Monday morning. What do you think? All we gotta do is just put a new tire on. Oh, that's what I thought. But it wasn't as easy as it looked. It was pretty easy to get off, but getting the new one on, I didn't really have the easiest of the times. For one, this fender was being a little batty and didn't want me to get the tire on, so I made sure to give the rim a divorce from its hubby. But don't worry, they'll get back together soon. Now, after a bit, I realized that the customer told me the wrong size tire, and I'm just realizing it now. This rim is way too big for this tire. That's a fail. Is that snow on the ground? No, please, go away. The one good thing about winter is that tires are a lot more slippery, so they're much easier to get off the back of my truck. But the bad thing is that the tires are slippery, and they're much harder to get off the ground. If you've ever started your car in the winter, well, that's how it feels every day when you're working outside in the snow. Tires don't usually have the best traction in the snow, and my boots also have the same rubber, so good luck to me. This season's gonna be a fun one, but I mean, at least you're here to watch the struggle. I wonder how many times I'm gonna fall this winter.
I was not expecting that to work. That
tire was way too squished. I guess we're gonna find out. It's really important to work slow in the winter. Sadly, I don't even know what that word is. Apparently it means not working fast. I don't know. Holy crap, are those cinder blocks on that trailer? How exactly did you jack that up? To be honest, I have no idea, but apparently my jack can hold it. The back of this tire wouldn't break.
Shit, you don't see on the videos. Takes just one hit. Just one.
Finally. I was getting a little tired there. Looks like it had a little screw in it. Screw you, screw. Stay away from my tires. Now I have to give it a little band-aid so it can get on its way. The tire doctor kisses the tire's boo-boo. Now roll along, tire. You get to live to see another day. I'm not sure if this was a bad idea, but it probably was. There is only one way to fix it, and that's to be right beside it.
Good. I got in. Let's hope I can get out. I'm not four-wheel drive, so. Nope.
Sometimes you just gotta risk it for the biscuit. I mean, at least if I get stuck in the mud, everybody will have a good laugh at me. This silly little tire's valve stem was leaking, so I figured I'd put in a new one. And I decided to put some sealant in it because, well, I'm definitely not gonna try to get stuck in the mud again. Sometimes you can patch tubes, but when there's multiple holes, it's been driven flat, so it needs a new one. Usually these are pretty hard to put in, but this one, surprisingly, was actually pretty easy. I think I'm having a pretty good day. Call this one the fishing tool. Yup, Tire Doctor goes fishing. It's an amazing tool, so I had to show it some respect. It's so the valve stem of the tube doesn't fall in when I'm trying to put the tire on. Without it, I don't even know what I would do. Now I have to make sure that I don't pop the tube when I put it back on. I'm usually pretty good at that, and by good at that, I mean I like to pop the tube. Where the heck did this tire go? Oh. Probably still on the highway somewhere. Have you ever seen a tire blow in front of you on the highway? It's pretty scary. You know what else is pretty scary? Being the one to fix that blown tire on the side of the highway. But whatever pays the bills, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's like they say, 20 bucks is 20 bucks. Tire Doctor, I don't think you understand the meaning of that saying.